One day at the mall, a janitor was mopping the floor and he found some goop and put it in a bucket and threw it in the trash. The goop landed in a dumpster and then the goop ended up at the city dump. And then it was a blob, and then it mutated. And then after it mutated, it ate everybody. Like that movie from the 60s, The Blob. I don't know if it's from the 60s, but, you get the idea. Anyways, so the blob, it gets bigger and bigger, and then along comes this dude with, a pocket knife, and he pops the blob, and then there's like nasty goo all over everything, and it's really gross, and yeah, and then the janitor's like, dude, I gotta clean this up, and the guy with the pocket knife is all like, well, you shouldn't have put the blob in the or the goop in the trash or in the bucket, because mopping that stuff up, you never know when it's gonna mutate into a giant organic being that has emotions and stuff. I mean, I just killed a living creature, And so the janitor was like, oh, well, if you say so. And then he was like, I'll clean it all up. So he went and he cleaned it up. And then, it ended up in the city dump again. Only this time the blob got bigger and bigger and bigger. And it kept happening, and he kept cleaning it up, and eventually it got to be the size of the Earth, and it swallowed the Earth. And then it became the planet that took the place of the Earth. And then once it took the place of the Earth, it was swallowed up by the sun. And then the sun became a black hole eventually, and it sucked in all the planets and the universe and the Milky Way, and so yeah, and then there was nothing, just void, and then God's like, where's my blob? And nobody knows what to say, because God's really distraught, because I mean he created this thing, by mutating it, and then like, what's he supposed to do? He's got no blob friend. So yeah, next time you see some goop, don't put it in a bucket with a mop, because you never know what might happen. Things could escalate, and it could be a slippery slope. Yeah. So, anyways, don't go to the mall in the first place and drop goop, because nobody wants to pick up your goop.